All right, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today, big news coming out of the gate and how Tesla has Q4 delivery and production numbers are out, and we'll dive into it and what I think it means because spoiler alert, it looks like it's lower than analyst predictions. So what does this mean for Tesla? What do we think, or what do I think they're going to do in the next few weeks? It's kind of the same thing what I've been predicting for a little bit now, but I think Tesla is going to have a challenging Q1 of 2023, which would mean discounts for you and me. So we're going to talk into that, take a look at the numbers. But before we get into that, let's roll that intro real quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. We make, 2 to 3, maybe even 4 videos a day now at this point. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel, but more on that later. All right, so I'm pretty late to the game, I would say. This was released, 10, maybe 12 p.m. earlier today around lunchtime, but we'll start with, of course, Troy Tesla first. Some people think this is the end of the world. Of course, some people think this is, not bad, but we'll take a look at a couple tweets that I found so far. But shout out to Troy Tesla on Twitter. He posted Q4 numbers are out. My production estimate was off by negative 2.1%. Not bad. I'm happy with I'm happy with that, but my delivery estimate was off by 4.4%. In the future, I need to recalibrate more to account for logistic challenges. Congrats to the Tesla team, and it's a new record nonetheless. Yeah, no matter what all the noise is out there, this is still huge. I would say this is 50% over their previous years and stuff like that in terms of delivery. So still crazy. And then final number came out, which 439 vehicles, 1,000 vehicles that were produced, and 405,278 vehicles actually sold, which is kind of interesting. Now it makes you really want to think, because if you think about it, at December 1st, they of course released that $3,750 discount on the Model 3 and the Model Y. And then on December 15th, they released the 10,000 supercharger miles for the Model 3 and the Model Y to, incentivize people. Then on the December 21st, they bumped the $3,750 discount to $7,500 with 8 days left in the month, not counting Christmas. And then on top of that, in the final 2 days, they raised the discount to $7,500 for the Model S and the Model X. And on top of all that craziness, that hype, now we know why, is because Tesla did not want to sell under 400,000 vehicles. And now we got to think how many vehicles were they at on December 1st? Maybe 300, who knows? I don't know at this point. But it goes to show that they basically pulled out all the stops and they just made it above 405,000 vehicles. I think the analyst consensus was 417,000 and what people actually predicted. So we can jump through a couple of these articles down here. Here's another one from Drive Tesla Canada. Tesla sets a new record with 405 vehicles delivered in Q4 and 1.3 million vehicles in 2022. At the end of the day, even though the people say that they missed the analyst prediction, they still delivered 1.3 million vehicles, or 1.3.4 basically. Once again, and here's a quote, once again, easily surpassing their 2021 records of 930,000. So I would say it's still a great, a great figure. They basically surpassed 2021 and they delivered a lot more vehicles in 2022, even though half of 22 was, arguably a recessionary environment with interest rates going up and stuff like that. Still, at the end of the day, they pulled out all the stops and was able to produce and deliver Tesla vehicles. So here's another article from me, Kevin. Tesla production up 47.2% year over year, and Tesla delivers 40.33 year over year. Incredible growth during a difficult time. Quotes me, Kevin. Not many companies grow like this during recessions. Yeah, so I gotta agree. Even though they missed analyst predictions by whatever the number is, it's still huge that was able to produce and deliver that many vehicles. But the question is now, what is what's going to happen in the next quarter, because Q4 is usually a hot selling month. I mean, usually people buy their vehicles, people are conditioned to deals in November, December, but also people are conditioned and manufacturers pull back in incentives during the first quarter. So Tesla kind of needs to put down or keep the gas, keep the accelerator down, so to speak. And so I feel like there's going to be incentives this month, maybe not right off the bat. I mean, we're still in the first week of January, maybe in the second month. But at the same time, we still have that tax credit that's eligible, the $7,500 tax credit on the Model 3 standard range and Model Y 7-seaters. But I mean, maybe Tesla's going to shift focus and try and just deliver those Model Y 7-seaters this quarter and the Model 3 standard ranges, because, and if there's more inventory coming out of the gate, then there's going to be more vehicles out there that will put pressure on the used market. And it kind of has this, cascading effect across the board at the end of the day. I mean, at the end of the day, Tesla delivered a good amount of vehicles, that's for sure, in compared to other OEMs. Like I saw this tweet from Car Dealership Guy, a Twitter automotive poster. Quote, he says, Honda saw the largest sales decline ever in 2022, down 33% year over year. So, I mean, while other OEMs out there are, selling less, Tesla pushes the needle and sells more. So my prediction is still the same. I would say in this first quarter of the year, we should see some price decreases. And as we get closer to March, when the IRS and the Treasury releases more guidelines about which vehicles actually qualify for the tax credit and not. So basically this chart, did it disappear? Oh, interesting. Maybe I'm not looking at the right article anymore. Oh, here it is. Okay. Once the IRS release more details about this, then we should get more clarification. But I feel like, I was talking to another viewer about this that actually scheduled a call with me down below in the description after joining my Patreon. They were talking about this, and it kind of makes sense. Let's say on March, the Tesla Model Y only qualifies for half of the tax credit, or the Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive only qualifies for half of the tax credit, so $3,750. We could easily see Tesla just coming in and contributing the other $3,750, like discounting the vehicle, so that you're still the same price at the end of the day, which either way, it's still going to put pressure on new cars. It's also going to put pressure on new car competition on other OEMs. It's also going to put pressure on the used market as well. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your guys' thoughts on the production and deliveries. I certainly thought they were going to get closer to 420 and smash out of the park, at least hit analysts. But if you're a Tesla stockholder out there, it's going to be a very interesting week this week.